Alright, so we're back. I just wanted to show everybody a little bit of this here. I have been working on the fence and putting some growth up on it and under it, and some wild weeds. They're still drying at this moment. But just wanted to show that I am working on a little detail here and there. The real reason that I'm doing this video now is to, excuse my hand there, is to talk about my crane. So we're going to come here to the workbench, and I'm going to explain exactly what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. This was actually, the bottom car here is actually a lowboy. It was part of a military train some years ago. I added some weights in it and replaced the couplers to the Cadee magnetic, the big heavy metal couplers. If you can see that, they're very durable. They don't break easy at all, and once in a blue moon you might have to replace a spring, but that ain't a problem. They're very, very well made. And then of course these were all plastic wheels at one time, and I replaced them to metal. The one thing about the hobby that I want to say from my experience is you don't have to just buy everything. You can be creative. It's what modeling is for, model railroading or whatever you prefer to do. In my experience, I love to create things that are unique, that you just can't find on the shelf every day. And I have seen at one time a model this way, of the actual prototype. It's a little different in some aspects, but this is all kit bashed from a caboose. And you can't probably tell it now, but it is no more a caboose. It is actually a crane, and to be exact, it is a 250-ton crane. This crane can be raised, and let me get my. This crane can be raised. It can pivot individually, just the crane itself, or the actual crane can move. And since you've seen it last, I have put headlights, mirrors, and a cab on this. And there's a lot more details still to do. Side steps and some ladders and whatnot. It is self-contained. It has a 2,500 gallon tank here that will actually run the engine that's in it, and or should be. I mean, pretendly there's an engine in it. It's all operational and so on. There's your fan to for exhaust, or just for your air intake cooler, and then your exhaust stack. All this was done is I screwed the caboose directly under the frame. So actually what happens is when I swing it, the whole crane screw, it rides on the screw head when you turn it. So the legs on here are actually brass soldered, and they do actually come down, and you can set, excuse me for my hand, I'm sorry, it's kind of hard trying to operate a camera, but as you can see, there's pins. If I can focus, there are holes drilled in that, and there are pins that the hole, when you ride up, you put your pin in there. You see that, okay? There's three, well, there should be three. There's the second, and there should be, or maybe there is just one. Okay, yeah, that's right. There's two on here on the front end of the crane, and then there's the bat legs, which has three. They rest on the frame right now, but you can still see the board hole, and it does slide down just like the front. There are four of these on either side. It gives great detail to the crane. And then up here you have tools, storage box, and the crane is really not completed. I have a lot more to do to it, but I wanted to give everybody an insight, those especially that's coming into model railroading. I've been doing this stuff for, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 years, and I can tell you, you learn something new all the time. But the whole point is, if you look at it, the creative aspect of the hobby, if that's what you really like to do, the creative aspect is the best way to go. And it's where I get a lot of my enjoyment. It doesn't have to be exact. It doesn't have to be, perfect, and everybody says, blah, 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 whatever. But in my opinion, creating kits, models, kit bashing, whatever, that's what makes the hobby unique. Not everybody has this right here. Nobody has. I am the only one who has it. And there are quite a few other models I've also done the same thing too. Not in model railroading, but in other areas of modeling. But I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none, and I'm not going to pretend I am. But that's what I do, and that's what really makes me enjoy the hobby. But this crane here is just something I wanted, because you go out to a hobby store, or you go online, or you wherever, and yeah, you can buy cranes all day long, but not in the aspect of exactly maybe what you want or anything like that. So I definitely have a unique model, and again, my hand, but you can see it from all aspects, and it's coming along, and I still have plenty of detail here to add to it. But that's pretty much what I want to do with this channel. I want to inspire, or hope to inspire, newbies, or people, or that maybe even people who's been in the hobby for a while, and they like to create, but they're not really sure what they want to do. It's your world. You can do what you want to do. But that's the sum of it. And this here part of the MOW train, or MOW, or however you want to say it, maintenance way, whatever. I also have another piece to this, which is still part of a military train, and I'll show it to you. This here goes along with it, and there's tool cabinets, and then you got sort of a I don't know, some kind of little box there. It's got doors on it, and you can see there's one on the from the car itself, and then you've got the door that is on the rear. Sorry about my hands, folks. Let's see. So, but you can see that it's I've done it all as Operation Lifesaver, Listen and Live on this one, and even the car has its own number, and the caboose was an addition. Believe it or not, I got that caboose, and this puppy here, 8165, it is an SD 40-2, and it actually came together, and believe it or not, I actually got it at a train show for $25, and that was a pretty good deal. Yeah, I've had to get a decoder and speaker and all that stuff put in it, but for the money, it was a steal. And so now that I got this caboose, I'm going to work on it as well, and add it and make it part of the maintenance away train. And of course, I also have a gondola, which is not up here right now presently, but this CSX cleaning pad caboose, and I'll tell you, I love these things. There are hundreds of types on the market. You can get tankers with oil, which is like an alcohol-based cleanser with pads and all that good stuff. But just the pad itself is it's really a great car, and it does a great job cleaning. And you can add these pads. I think this was actually made by Trainline, I'm pretty sure. This is my second one. I have another one, but and just, after a while you can clean your pads, and when they wear down to you just can't use them anymore, you replace them. There are replacement pads for these cars. So to me, that's the maintenance away train, and this car here and the crane down here on the workbench go together. So I hope that kind of gives you some insight on the crane deal. And I know I don't have very many followers or subscribers right now, but that's okay. It ain't a big deal. And in time, Rome wasn't built in a day. But when whoever watches this video, hopefully they'll get a kick out of it, and just kind of show you the different aspects of the hobby and what you can really do. Your imagination is the limit. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.